Welcome to Spring Valley High School students, family, and staff. My name is Allie Jacobson, and I'm the student body president. We're here tonight to recognize many outstanding individuals who have worked diligently throughout the past 4 years at our school. Tonight, we celebrate their academic accomplishments, college acceptances, and scholarship awards, and look forward to the future. These students exemplify Spring Valley's motto, success with honor and spirit. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Spring Valley High School's principal, Mr. Tam Leonard.
Thank you, Allie. Everyone, if you please stand with me and join with me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Class of 2020, welcome to our first ever and hopefully last virtual senior awards night. I feel like I'm on live TV. We've already had a little technical difficulties, but we will work through that this evening. If there's any doubt who is winning the great COVID weight gain challenge in the Larnard house, all doubt went out the window as soon as I put on this suit. Grizzlies, as the school year comes to an end, some of us will reminisce about the good times at school, and others will ponder the trials that they've endured through the last 13 years. But tonight, we are all here to celebrate the success of these outstanding members of the class of 2020. The senior class motto this year is "Our lives before us, our past is behind us, but our memories are forever with us." What a fitting tribute to this amazing senior class at Spring Valley, the class of 2020. I'm proud to announce that together, collectively, these outstanding seniors have currently earned over $8.7 million in scholarships, which will increase when the Millennium Scholarships are added in for those students who choose to remain in Nevada for college. Our students have been accepted at such distinguished post-secondary institutions, such as Cornell in Ithaca, New York, close to where I grew up, Loyola Marymount, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UCLA, UC Irvine, UC San Diego, University of San Diego, USC, University of Washington, Rutgers University, Virginia State University, Notre Dame, the University of Texas, Brigham Young University, Williams, Kentucky Wesleyan College, Gustavus Adolphus College, Howard University, and Richmond University in the United Kingdom, just to name a few. Congrats to all of our college accepted seniors. Your teachers and parents and I are extremely proud of your accomplishments, and we are proud of the fine young men and women that you have grown to become. We salute you. The first awards tonight go to the 7 students with the highest class ranking based upon their weighted grade point average within the Spring Valley High School class of 2020. Our first valedictorian candidate is Mr. Zachary Billett. We also have Jennifer Du, Paige Hagens, Tao Huang, Elise Rivera, and Taylor Wilkerson. These are the top ranked students in the class of 2020. As of the first semester, all candidates for valedictorian by remaining on track to reach the very highest possible GPA of 4.8. Once the final semester grades are entered, the students who have continued with straight A's will be confirmed as the class of 2020 valedictorian. We'd also like to congratulate our 2 salutatorian candidates, Spencer D. and Sukreen Sandhu. Congratulations. Each of these students has worked very hard to distinguish themselves amongst their peers. With their talent and intellect and drive, they will accomplish many endeavors throughout life. Congratulations to each of you and your families. Now, it's my honor to introduce our Parent Volunteer of the Year. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Russell Walker, parent of senior Trey Walker. Mr. Walker has volunteered for our cross-country team for 4 years. In addition, Mr. Walker has attended nearly every single one of our monthly parent information meetings for the last 4 years. Mr. Walker always comes with productive ideas and suggestions to help us continuously improve. Once again, congratulations, Mr. Walker. Now, please welcome our Student Council Advisor, Ms. Jamilsa Rivera.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to give the Student Council Exemplary Leadership Award to Student Body President, Allie Jacobson. It is the mission of the Spring Valley Student Council to enhance the respectful and welcoming environment on our campus, create opportunities for students to improve their school and community, promote a variety of spirited, meaningful activities, and unify our diverse student body by fostering Grizzly spirit and pride. Allie, with all her poise, maturity, and hard work, has been an amazing student body president. She has led by example, spoken out on behalf of her peers within the school and community, and has led our council to another National Gold Council of Excellence recognition, the highest national recognition a student council group can receive. Allie, it has been a pleasure working alongside of you this year. I wish you all the best in your future leadership endeavors. And now, please welcome our IB coordinator, Mr. Anthony Gebbia, to present the IB Student of the Year.
Thank you very much. One of the first things we tell new IB students when they arrive as ninth graders is that we want them to be communicators. We urge them to speak out in their classes, to question their teachers and the information they encounter. As educators, our job is easier, more effective, and more rewarding when our students make themselves heard. No student in the class of 2020 has taken this advice to heart more than Zoe McCracken. She has made every class she attends better with her insightful comments and questions, and has proven time and time again that she is willing to speak out to help make Spring Valley a better place for all students. On a personal note, I can say that few students have made me reflect on my own practice as an educator more than Zoe has. And that's largely due to her willingness to walk into my office for a friendly visit, advice, or even an occasional argument. I am better for it, and so is the IB program. On behalf of the entire IB Diploma Program faculty, I am happy to present the first ever IB Student of the Year Award to Zoe McCracken. Congratulations, Zoe. I would now like to introduce Nate Pangolini to present the Female Athlete of the Year Award.
Good evening. I'm Coach Pangolini, and I'm presenting the Senior Female Athlete of the Year. This year, I was fortunate enough to be headed into flag football and track season with the trusted athlete that I knew from previous years to help me with building those programs. Layla Canada was one of my trusted athletes that I knew would be a playmaker for this year. Layla provided an impressive 2,400 yards total offense and debuted her senior year with a 9.9 yard per carry and 29 touchdowns. These great stats helped her become Spring Valley's first all-region flag football running back. Layla's talent also extended to track and field, where she is sitting in Spring Valley's top 5 all-time for the 100 and 200 meter sprint, second all-time for the long jump, and is a member of the first-ranked 4x1 and 4x200 meter relay. Spring season was cut short by Layla, but she was already showing her growth for this year. I'm more than proud of her amazing accomplishments on the field, but on the field and track, but Layla also exemplified what a student athlete should be. Layla is an active member of the DMT, an AP student, and held a 3.98 weighted GPA. Layla's impressive academics and athletics will help her get on to college, where she has possibility to continue to grow on track and field and pursue her education. Congratulations to Layla Canada and the Canada household and the Senior Athletes of the Year. The next award will now be presented by Coach Jeff Ganta, the Male Senior Athlete of the Year.
Thanks, Nate. Determined, tough, reliable, humble, and smart. These are a few adjectives that describe any successful student athlete. Cade Higgins possesses all these attributes and many more. As soon as Cade walked onto the Spring Valley baseball field as a skinny little freshman, the coaching staff knew that we were lucky to have him. He was poised and mature beyond his years and quickly became a kid that you could count on every day. It was clear that he was a special baseball player, and even more clear that he was a different type of kid. Every day as the head coach, I'd make up a practice plan. I try to be as detailed as possible in my planning, but high school athletes sometimes make this challenging. As the players know, the easiest way to get my frustration meter rising is to have a kid or two absent from class on a day that I have them specifically included into the practice plan. The reason I'm letting you in on this aspect of my planning in our day is because it became clear very early on that whenever Cade's name was included in a practice plan or written on a lineup card, I could count on him being there, no questions asked. When a lot of kids look for reasons to miss practice, Cade always made it. I could tell there were days when he was sick, he would be there. I could tell there were days when he was swamped with homework and under stress with his academics. He was still there. Like I said, just a different type of kid. There's an old saying among baseball coaches when it comes to describing a special player. The saying goes, I wish I had 8 more of them. This saying couldn't be more true when describing Cade Higgins. I'm proud to have been a part of his baseball life, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for him. Congratulations, buddy. You're going to be missed. Our next presenter to announce the female USMC Distinguished Athlete of the Year will be Coach Tiffany Hemberger.
Thank you, Coach Pienta. Samantha Martin may be 5 foot 2 inches and weigh 100 pounds, yet she's one of the most versatile, athletic, and dominant female athletes Spring Valley has ever seen. Before Sam found cheer, she was a competitive soccer player and has a black belt in Taekwondo. Sam started cheerleading in 9th grade. 10 short months later, she was a JAMS champion and a USA national champion on a varsity co-ed team with the most elite flying skills permitted at the high school level. She finished her high school cheerleading career with 2 USA national titles, JAMS champion, Southwest grand champion, and her all-girls stunt groups have been the most successful of any Las Vegas high school team. Along with all of her individual awards and team titles, Sam has given back to her school and community by being active in student council, facilitating youth cheer camps, clinics, and tryouts, and teaching even Spring Valley's own cheer class. In the past 3 years, Sam has taught my own daughter, Sydney, motions, facials, stretching, tumbling, and flying. Sam is truly an inspiration for every athlete to see that with hard work, dedication, passion, and motivation, you can achieve your dreams at the highest level, no matter your size or your experience. Sam plans on continuing her education in cheering at UNLV with the 2019 and 20 national champion Rebel team. Happy 18th birthday, Sam, and congratulations. You are 2020's U.S. Marine Corps Distinguished Female Athlete. Now to present the male U.S. Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete of the Year, here is Coach Fred Meyer.
Thank you. It is with great pride that I speak on behalf of Ryan Mitchell, the United States Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete of the Year. Ryan is a wrestler. He was a 4-year starter. He led our team to 3 undefeated Southwest Division championships, 2018, 2019, and 2020. In the 4 years that Ryan was on our team, we had a record of 102 wins and 14 losses. In 2019, Ryan was the Nevada state champion at 106 pounds, and he led our team to a top 5 finish in the state championships. Ryan was a 3-time regional champion, and in the preseason, this past fall, he was ranked 12th in the nation by Wrestling USA magazine. Throughout Ryan's 4 years, he has evolved into an outstanding student as well, having posted straight A's during the second quarter this year. Ryan has been offered a scholarship to wrestle for NAIA Wrestling Power, Baker University of Kansas. Give it up for Ryan Mitchell. Thank you. And here to present the female U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete of the Year, Mr. Robert Bloom.
Thank you so much, Mr. Meyer. This year's recipient for the female United States Army National Scholar Athlete is Jennifer Doe. Jennifer was a 4-year starter on the women's varsity tennis team. She competed at the highest level for the last 3 years, playing as one of the top 3 players in singles. For the last 2 years, she was the captain of the team, and she was also voted as the freshman of the year among her freshman class. She's held many positions of responsibility over the last 4 years. all while maintaining perfect grades of all 4 years in the most demanding classes. Being president of the National Honor Society and secretary of the International Baccalaureate Program are just two of the many positions she's held. She's completing her academic high school career as class valedictorian, having earned all A's in all the courses she's taken at Spring Valley. Congratulations have certainly been earned by Jennifer Doe. She's been accepted to schools from UCLA, among many others. So thank you so much for having me present for Jennifer Doe, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Kyle Martin for presenting our next award.
This year's recipient of the Male U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete Award is Zachary Billett. Zach was a two-sport athlete. He competed at the highest level on the tennis team, where he was the #1 player and the captain of the team. He was also the co-captain of the bowling team, where he won 2 team state championships. This year, he was the recipient of the Thursday Night Lights Scholarship given by MyLVTV to the top scholar athlete in the Las Vegas Valley. While these athletic accomplishments appear quite impressive, it is important to know that this young man was able to obtain these accolades while taking the most rigorous IB coursework available at Spring Valley and participating in numerous citizenship-based volunteer activities. He is valedictorian candidate and the recipient of thousands of dollars in scholarships. Spring Valley High School proudly presents the Male U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete Award to Zachary Billett. The next presenter is Mr. Larnard, who will present our Grizzly Scholarship Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. I believe Zach is up to about $1.2 million so far in scholarship offers. So congratulations to all of our Student Athlete Award winners. The following are our Grizzly Scholarship winners. Each year, through the funds that are raised through our student store in the cafeteria, we set aside money to reward and award certain seniors for their distinguished efforts throughout their time at Spring Valley. Our Grizzly Awards are for $500, and the first one is our Counselor's Award, which goes to Serena Everest. Next is our Student Leadership Award, goes to Kayana Davis. The Valedictorian Award goes to Jennifer Dew. The Principal's Award goes to Taylor Wilkerson. Several years ago, we had an athletic trainer who unfortunately passed away far too young, and so we renamed our Athlete of the Year Award scholarship in her honor. It's the Jessica Whiteaker Athlete Award, and it goes to William Rodriguez. Our Service to the Community scholarship goes to Andres Carrasco. And our Success with Honor and Spirit, Zachary Billett. And finally, Herf Jones sponsors a scholarship every year to one lucky senior. It's called the Tam Larnard Principal Achievement Scholarship Award. And this year it goes to Elise Rivera. Congratulations to all of our Grizzly Scholarship winners. Now, presenting our FBLA scholarship recipients, I would like to introduce Ms. Vita Vieri.
Spring Valley Future Business Leaders of America has awarded 4 recipients this year with the FBLA scholarship. These students met all requirements for the scholarship, and the amount differences are due to FBLA leadership roles, years in FBLA, overall chapter engagement, and GPA. Please help me congratulate this year's amazing recipients. They are all attending UNLV. Selena Chang, $500. Jose Valencia, $500. Wolfgang Altenberg, $750. And Andres Carrasco, $1,000. Thank you, congratulations, and I already miss each of you. Now we will have presentations of awards for students who have distinguished themselves in the individual areas of study. Please join me in welcoming the first Department Award presenter, Miss Melanie Wilkinson.
I am proud to present the Avid Student of the Year to Desiree Decembly. Desiree always maintains a positive attitude. When she encounters a trial in her life, She does so with a smile on her face, and she steps up to the challenge. Desiree is extremely involved in campus activities. She has organized events around campus with the Black Student Union and the talent show. She is involved in the STEP team. She keeps her grades up and still finds time to tutor others. She rises above peer pressure and walks the walk of a role model. She keeps a solid friend group that expects the best from each other. Desiree lives the AVID commitment. She respects herself, her peers, her school, and her community with her dedication to education and serving others. I am truly proud of Desiree, as she is a perfect example of what an AVID student is. Presenting the CTE Department Award is Miss Lisa Keith.
Thank you. The Career and Technical Education Department has selected an outstanding student for the 20-year awards. This person has been a member of the video production program for 4 years and is one of the strongest learners. Brianna Campion has proven herself time and time again with compelling videos that meet the needs of her audience at Spring Valley High School. As a junior, she successfully met all the workplace and career readiness and end-of-course requirements, earning her CSN college credit. She challenges herself by taking several advanced placement classes and has been a member of the AVID program in the last 4 years as well. In video production, she works as a leader with her group members, completing many of the video packages and rarely misses a deadline or a due date. Some afternoons you can find her working with her peers as she helps them edit videos for other classes. Brianna Campion is a dedicated, hardworking, and artistic student. Outside of school, she volunteers at the local library and also enjoys cosplay. She was definitely a pleasure to have in my class these past 4 years and is deserving of this senior award. Next, to present the English Department Award is Miss Amy Duvall.
An enthusiastic energy, a wide smile, a raised hand, and in every class period, these are things Angelina Estrada, English Student of the Year, brought to class. Right there in the front row, ready to learn and explore whatever was on tap for that day, Angelina never shied away from expressing her own ideas and opinions. She made my job so much fun and sometimes a lot easier. Whatever the subject matter, type of literature, or complexity, Angelina tackled it straight on. We often talked about books we had read or wanted to read. She even talked about how she had her mom read the books for AP Literature with her. This constant passion on her part fueled my own, and it reminded me why I love teaching high school English. I'm proud of how committed Angelina is to all of her interests and just learning in general. That's why I'm happy to present her with the English Student of the Year. Presenting the Department Award for Individuals in Society is Mr. Harold Nichols.
Thank you. When selecting a student for the Individuals in Societies Award, the department wanted someone who was not only gifted, but we wanted the award to go to an individual with a self-perception that can significantly influence those around her as she grows. Dagimawit Kabeda is our Individuals in Societies Department Award winner because of her genuine appreciation for education. Daggy exceeds every criteria for this award. Daggy is self-motivated. She's an active participant both in class and in extracurricular activities. She's a positive role model, and she is curious about how social studies can shape the world around her. Daggy, you are a shining example of the type of young adult Spring Valley High School hopes to produce. You're going to shape the world moving forward. I'm so lucky to know you. I appreciate you and I believe in you. It is an honor to present the Individuals in Societies Award to Dagimawit Kabeda. Presenting the Individualized Studies Award will be Mr. Tom Williams.
Thank you. The Independent Studies Award is being presented to Caitlin Coffrin. When Caitlin came to Spring Valley as a freshman, she could easily be described as a bit rough around the edges. It was always important to look beyond the surface with Caitlin and realize that she was always there was much more to her than she allowed most people to ever see. Every year from freshman to senior, there was incredible growth in this young woman. Even when faced with some adversity, She kept her focus and continued to work hard toward graduation. When she wanted a job, she got a job. When she wanted a driver's license, she achieved that driver's license. At this time, all this time, the world told her to focus on school and worry about the rest later. Not Caitlin. She's very self-sufficient and manages to successfully balance school and work. She's also a very talented artist and has a great, if somewhat dark, sense of humor. She's doing everything she can to build her future. Whatever she wants to do, Caitlin will find a way. It's my honor to present the Independent Studies Award to Caitlin Coffrin. Please welcome Ms. Tara Verderosa to introduce the Journalism Department Award.
I am so proud to announce that this year's Journalism Senior Award recipient is Laura Solsana. Laura has been a member of the Grizzly Growler staff for the past 3 years, and during that time has proven herself to be one of the most dedicated and innovative student journalists I have ever met. This year, Laura served as the paper's news and Spanish editor, where she covered the coronavirus coverage in real time, highlighted inequities for immigrant students, and was always the first one to volunteer to break a story. But outside of hard-hitting news, Laura deserves great recognition for her passion and grace in representing our Spanish-speaking community. Laura helped launch the Spanish section of our newspaper, which both translates stories and serves as a voice for the community of students who speak Spanish as their first or primary language. Laura has written insightful pieces about her experiences immigrating to America and has highlighted experiences at Spring Valley that many other schools overlook. I am so grateful for Laura's continued dedication to the Grizzly Growler and will miss her as she goes on to the next surely successful chapter of her future. The staff and her favorite boomer wish her all the best. Congratulations, Laura.
Good evening. I am proud to present the Math Department Senior Award to Ziwen Zhen. Ziwen is also my #1 chess player. Ziwen is a student with ample curiosity for mathematics. He has been coming to my classroom after school to ask about various questions in mathematics. If there's a school day that I don't see him at the end of the day, it just doesn't feel right for me. I'm teaching Calculus BC, and even though Ziwen has successfully completed the course, he voluntarily came to my class to learn more about calculus, even if it's 7 a.m. in the morning. He also helped me to set up math competitions, math meetings, and help the school to register for this year's AMC 12 competition. We are all proud of his achievements and would like to recognize all he has done in math at Spring Valley High School. Presenting the Model United Nations Award will be Miss Angie Strong.
Thank you. Zachary Billett has been able to put himself in the shoes of people around the world debating global issues and researching solutions to today's problems. He knows the United Nations SDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals, like the back of his hand. He has helped younger students in MUN to gain confidence in public speaking and research, which is why he was picked as Secretary General for Spring Valley's MUN conference this year. He has also flexed his creative muscle in our fun crisis debates from Jurassic Park to Mars colonization. So when Zach said he was looking at political science in college, it warmed my heart. His dedication to sustainable development and human rights is apparent to anyone that knows him. He is a global citizen that has learned so much about the world and wants to continue to affect change within his community. It will be amazing to see how he changes the world. Next, presenting the Performing Arts Band Award is Dr. Andrew Smouse.
It is my pleasure to present Sir Raphael Tamray with the Performing Arts Band Award. Sir Raphael is a natural-born leader and musician. A true servant leader, he worked with his section on basic marching fundamentals and musicianship in both sectionals and rehearsals, demonstrating techniques through his example and encouraging every member of the section to strive for greatness, despite long, tiring, and often what seemed like endless repetitions on the field. Off the marching field, Sir Raphael worked tirelessly on his technique, tone, and musicality. In rehearsal, he diligently worked to be a positive example for his sections and the ensemble. Outside of class, he could often be found practicing in the band room or coming to my office for lessons or suggestions. Leading the way, Sir Raphael strove for perfection beyond our campus, successfully auditioning to represent Spring Valley for the 4th time in the CCSD Honor Band and earning a seat in the All-State Orchestra's wind section as Associate Principal Trumpet. Sir Raphael, you've made the Spring Valley Band, school, band staff, and I extremely proud. I have no doubt you will succeed in everything you do. Congratulations. Please welcome Miss Katie Merrick to introduce the Department Award for Performing Arts Choir.
Good evening. I'm happy to announce that Celeste Varela is receiving the Performing Arts Department Award for Choir. Celeste was part of the Advanced Choir this year and performed in Mary Poppins. She was a great leader in Advanced Choir this year by going the extra mile to step up as a student leader while running sectionals and performing at extra events, including performing the national anthem at the Honor and Remember ceremony this February. I'm happy that I was able to have Celeste in my very first choir this year, and I know she will go on to do great things after high school. Congratulations, Celeste. Now presenting the Department Award for Performing Arts Dance is Ms. Danielle Flanagan.
I have known Olivia Esau for the past 3 years, and she is truly a role model in the dance department. Her enthusiasm to be involved in as many dance events as possible in and outside of school is truly something to be recognized. Not only has she been a part of our dance company since I've known her, but she has also been a huge help to me personally. As an assistant in other Dance 1 and Dance 2 classes, as well as stepping up to be the dance captain for our musical the past 2 years. Her hard work and dedication to dance shines through every time she performs, whether it be on stage for our festivals, concerts, musicals, assemblies, or even just in class as a great example of what we want our students striving for. Olivia will be continuing her education as a dance major at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy with a $5,000 scholarship per year. I have no doubts that she will go on to do great things, and I can't wait to see what journey her dancing will take her on. Thank you, Olivia, for all you have done the past few years. You have truly stepped up the caliber of our dance department, and you will be greatly missed. Presenting the Department Award for Performing Arts Orchestra is Mr. Kyle Martin.
Thank you. It is my privilege to present the Department Award for Performing Arts Orchestra to Mary Kinsler. Mary has been a valuable member of the orchestra since her freshman year, and during that time, she has grown into an amazing musician and leader. She was always willing to help her peers and is the first to volunteer when help is needed. Mary's passion for music, mixed with her personality and work ethic, make it a pleasure to teach her in class. I'm excited to see what Mary has in store for her future, as I know she will do amazing things in life. Thank you very much, Mary, and good luck with all you do. Up next is the Department Award for Performing Arts Theater, being presented by Mr. Anthony Cofield.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. It is my honor to present this year's Performing Arts Award in Theater to Carson Shaw. Carson has dedicated his years in high school to the theater department and taking every opportunity to be involved. Carson has been involved in almost every show since he has been at Spring Valley, from playing a crazy puppet-wielding radio host in Annie, from Prince in Into the Woods, and all the way to a policeman this year in Mary Poppins. No part was ever too small for him, and he was always made it his priority to dedicate his time to the theater department. His friends would say that Carson is one of the nicest people they've ever met, and I have seen firsthand. I have witnessed Carson drop everything to help his fellow student. I watched him coach students through tough times on stage. I've seen him just pick up a broom and start sweeping when it looked like I needed help. Carson will never back down from a challenge or to help someone in need. If it was not for Carson's amazing attitude, willingness to work, and his outstanding acting, we would have never taken Eat, It's Not About Food, to the state conference, and our musicals would not have been so bright and amazing. Next, presenting the Department Award for Science is Mr. Robert Feller.
Thank you, Mr. Cofield. Good evening. It is my honor to present this year's Senior Award in Science to Aval Sirathanoat. When asked to nominate a student for the Science Award, Aval was the logical choice. His transcript would show academic excellence in biology, chemistry, physics, and psychology. But it is Aval's insatiable curiosity to understand the natural world through the sciences that makes this young man so special. I had the pleasure to serve as Aval's extended essay mentor. He was the only student at Spring Valley High School to write an extended essay in physics. A nearly 4,000-word, 28-page research paper about the uncertainties of trigonometric parallax engaging the distance to celestial objects. In other words, a ball asked, how certain are we of the distance to some faraway star or galaxy? That is some high-level science. To question how well we know what we know, or think we know, about the world around us shows a maturity and brilliance in a ball that will surely guide his future successes, whether that be studying applied physics at college or becoming the next Jeopardy champion. Congratulations, Aval. Presenting the Department Award for Speech and Debate is Miss Chrissy Scoville.
Thank you. It is my privilege to honor Miss Selena Chang for her outstanding leadership in speech and debate. Selena has been an amazing mentor to other students, especially to new students to our program. As president of the team, she helped students prepared for competition. She herself was very successful as a competitor, earning many trophies in her career, with the most impressive success being that she represented Spring Valley High School on the national stage at the National Speech and Debate Tournament hosted by our Honor Society, the National Speech and Debate Association. With our Honor Society, Selena holds a degree of special distinction, an impressive milestone earned through 4 years of successful competition and service. I asked her colleagues to share how Selena has impacted them. And Selena, your friend and fellow debater, Talea Rodriguez, says it best. Selena is one of the kindest people I have ever had the joy to meet. She is so talented and smart, and I cannot wait until she becomes someone big and important to the world. Selena, thank you for your kindness, your passion, and your selfless commitment to helping other people. I too cannot wait to watch your future success. Congratulations. Our next award is the Visual Arts Department Award, being presented by Miss Jessica Sala.
Good evening. I am privileged to present the Fine Arts Department Award to a very special student, Abigail Tamray. Abigail is one of my students who has been a part of the very first IBDP art program at Spring Valley High School. Before I honor Abby, I would like to take a minute to acknowledge her classmates. There is not one IBDP art student who I cannot speak highly of tonight, and I'm so proud of each one of them. But tonight, I want to express my admiration for Abigail. I have had the privilege of being Abigail's art teacher for all 4 years. In those 4 years, I've seen Abigail go from a shy, studious freshman to a confident, driven senior. I have witnessed her place in 4 prestigious art contests competing with the best artists in Nevada, and I've seen her thrive in AP art, DP art, as well as seeing her shine on stage, all while playing the ukulele. Anyone who has seen Abigail's work knows one thing: the girl is talented. But I'm here to tell you tonight that what makes Abby so special is far more than just her drawing skills. Abigail does draw really good. Most people think her art is perfect, but what really impresses me is that she is so skilled, but as recently as a few months, Abigail approaches me and says, "Mrs. Sala, is there anything else I can do to make my artwork better?" Of course, it was nearly perfect, so I struggled to find one thing to suggest. Abigail is someone who doesn't brag, doesn't boast, doesn't feel like she can float on her talent. Her humility drives her down the path from being good to being great, and from being great to being excellent. But that's not all. In my opinion, the mark of a great artist is one who possesses both skill and a strong idea, and the ability to communicate it in a completely unique way. Abby's body of artwork has been so insightful about people and culture. It has just really impressed me. She has combined images of technology with her friends that truly expresses their personalities. It sounds cool because her pictures are really cool. She sees people, really sees people, and her artwork is witty, skillful, interesting, and thought-provoking. The final thing I will say about Abby is about her ability to preserve during the hardships in a way that only artists can, to take pain and transform it into a work of art. In Abby's 10th grade year, she, along with the rest of the IB class, tragically and suddenly experienced the loss of a really amazing girl named Tracy Lynn. Abby, I will never forget how you took the depth of that painful experience and created an amazing drawing of Tracy Lynn that will stick in our memories forever. I'm really proud of you. I believe you have what it takes to be famous one day and the humility to never let it get to your head. I wish you the best of luck, and on behalf of the Spring Valley Fine Arts Department, we thank you for an amazing job. I'd like to introduce Mr. Michael Lee to present the World Language Department Award.
The student I see most deserving of the World Languages Senior Award is Elise Rivera. Elise is a special student you have the pleasure of teaching only once or twice in your career. She truly has an aptitude for learning foreign languages, as she has shown in the past 4 years in the Japanese program. Her cognitive abilities are equally matched with her drive. Elise does not shy away from hard work. Her comprehension and speaking abilities have surpassed all of her classmates. I was able to recognize her ability to excel in the language, so I invited her to compete in the annual Japanese speech contest sponsored by the Japanese consulate. She placed first in her level with a speech titled Mom Spaghetti. Elise had poise and control of the language that none of the other first-year students in CCSD could match. Elise continues to compete in the annual contest and has placed in the top 2 for every year for the past 4 years. During class, Elise led Socratic seminar-style sessions in helping her classmates prepare for the IB Language B acquisition exam. She became sort of an assistant teacher in her classroom. She gained respect from her classmates as she has shown leadership qualities with a kind and humble personality. I would not be surprised to learn that Elise has never had an enemy in her life. The first year she placed second in the Japanese speech contest, I asked Elise if she felt bitterness towards the student who bested her. She said no. I asked her to friend me on Instagram. Elise had been a member of the Japanese club all 4 years at Spring Valley and served as an officer for multiple years. This year, Elise served as president. Elise has always volunteered for the Japanese Akimatsuri Fall Festival and attended many other Asian events. I asked her why she chose Japanese as a foreign language. She said she loved the culture and people. Her love for the country was so deep-rooted. Her family took a family vacation to Tokyo. Her love for the Japanese culture was so strong, it influenced her whole family. Recently, Elise found something from another culture she grew fondness for, K-pop. She doesn't just love music, she's an accomplished classical pianist, so she began to find interest in Korean culture and language because of the music. Unfortunately, she could not find room scheduled to take Korean language class because of her IB course load. So she enrolled in the BYU online Korean language class, where she often had comments from her teacher that she had impeccable Korean pronunciation. Japanese and Korean are not like English, are like English and Spanish. The pronunciation is not quite the same. With all her accomplishments as a foreign language student, she did it all while being a valedictorian candidate. It's quite amazing to find the time and energy to explore and learn new languages and cultures. That is why Elise deserves the Senior Department Award for World Languages. Now, I would like to present Mr. Tam Larnard for closing remarks.
Thank you, Lee Sensei. Well, Grizzlies, what an amazing group we've brought together here at Spring Valley High School in honor tonight. But before we go, we need to take a few moments to thank the people that helped bring this whole virtual Senior Awards night together. I first want to start with our senior counselors, Miss Emmy Lytle and Corinne Benyon, who worked very hard to get you all on track to graduate and across the stage, hopefully someday. Also, the administrative assistant in the Syracuse House office, Miss Carrie Fadden. Thank you for all the work she did to get things coordinated for tonight. A big shout out goes out to Amy Langhorse, who coordinated the PowerPoint that you've been watching tonight. So thank you, Ms. Langhorse. And finally, of course, your house administrator, Ms. Heather Pittman, for organizing our first, hopefully last, virtual Senior Awards night for this remarkable class of 2020. Seniors, we miss you. And we are all so very proud of you for how you have persevered during this unprecedented crisis. Seniors, Grizzlies, class of 2020, and teachers, stay safe and good night.